What is up, and welcome to another episode of Weekend in Your Garage. If you missed last week's episode, I'll put it up in the top right corner for you to check out. We're working on the flip wagon. We pulled the motor out of it and ended up having a hole in the block. But I'm pretty sure the head's still good. I turned it over and all the valves seem to be open properly. So the plan is now, if you remember, we bought a blue Civic hatchback for Sydney's parts car. The plan is to pull all the parts that we need off of it, and then Raymond's going to be buying it for his own little side project. The problem with that car is that it's set for so long because the head is bad on it. There's either a bad valve or something. The previous owner said there's probably a burnt valve or something. So the plan is to get that head and put it on that car and see if we can get it running, and then kind of go from there on what other things we need to do with it. But Raymond and David are on their way here. Raymond's picking up a head gasket for all that, and let's see if we can get this thing running. But before they get here, I need to clean this place up. It's a disaster. So let me get that done, and I'll be right back. So we got the blue hatch in here. Wagon's outside now. Raymond's here. He's already started working on it. David's not here yet, doing David things. But I need to get the head off, so let's dive into getting this thing off. We've made some good progress. Got a lot of stuff unhooked. We're getting to manifold. As you can see, there is like no nuts on there. They have rusted away. So I can't unbolt this flange. And then it's bolted to the block itself. And I can't get to that one because it's rusted away too. So our plan of action now is to remove the crossmember, or the front traction bar, whatever you call it, and then try to cut that bracket, and then probably cut this and take it out from the top. So let's get this crossmember out. All right, well, we ran into another issue. These bolts, both of these are spinning, and the other side came out no problem. So on the back side inside this frame, there is captive nuts, and we're gonna have to get to them. So we're gonna have to take this plastic off, cut a little hole right there, and be able to grab it with a vise to get these out hopefully, and then we'll have to figure out a way to fix that in the future. But for now, that's gotta happen. So let's get all this stuff off. Let's get a hole cut. All right. Well, we opened up a pretty big hole. There's a huge rat's nest in there. The vice grip is slipping now, so the plan is to throw a big gobs of weld on here and hopefully get it out. But yeah, so let's do that. Alright, let's try without the impact, see if it gives better results.
You drink lemonade tea? I got that for you.
Appreciate it.
I got a regular tea too.
What, it comes stripped out or something?
Ah, it's fine.
That's actually really clean.
What the hell?
The bowl's like cleaner than the other one.
I bet you this just all the rat piss.
I've been listening to Youngboy lately. I'm on edge.
Really?
All right. Let's see if this comes out.
Who's that guy who always talking about the K?
Oh, he stay talking about K's.
Danny.
Does he even have one?
No.
What the hell is he even talking about K for?
He hit me up. He said, "Would you trade your car for some type of motorcycle?" a ZX6 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
He said that's his daily driver. I was like, what is wrong with you? Yes. He's like, would you trade your car for this? I was like, no. He's like, but you gotta put cash on top. I was like, I didn't agree to this. So what do you mean? I'm not putting cash on anything.
I told him to hit you up, piss you off. It worked.
I'm not putting cash on nothing.
Alright. Got the cross member off. Come back over here. As you can see, we got some welds on both of those. We'll probably need to weld more here. It's flexing a little bit, but got it done. And then we got the manifold out. We had to weld a socket to this right here, which is bolted to the block right here, and it would not come up because it was rounded. Then you can see we sawzalled the exhaust off. So now we need to get this off, get to the bolts, get the timing belts off, and we should be good to go. So put you back on the stand. Yeah, it should be a 10. This is Raymond's first time using power tools.
Birthday's coming soon. Christmas.
It says birthday coming soon if anyone wants to buy Raymond some power tools.
Man, that head's awful clean.
I know, I don't.
Is it
We're already-
timed correctly?
We're already here, though. I don't know.
I haven't seen a Honda that looks like this and the head looks like that. Something's going on here. Are you doing that correctly? You better watch out. Textbooks might come back out on you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shout out to textbook.
Yeah. By the way, we are not real mechanics. If you trying to come in the comments sideways, you can come fix this car yourself.
Why are you prying the belt off like that? It's not practice. It's gonna stretch it too much.
Okay.
Think of it like, what the hell was that?
He's not listening too.
Yeah, there you go.
So, I think we found the culprit. There's a couple of these valves that are burnt. But it looks like the head and the block got redone sometime. So that's pretty good. So I think we're gonna can the idea of putting that on. Just probably lap some new valves in here. And then throw his head back on, get it all timed right. Probably put a new timing belt and water pump kit on it because it probably was ran hot or something. See if we can see these cylinder walls. Looks pretty good. So I think the only issue maybe we could run into is that the head's warped or the block's warped, but good morning guys. It's next day out here. As you can see, we got Raymond's blue hatch out. We also still have the Civic Wagon out, which means we have an open bay. I'm about to get in the truck, load up the trailer, and we are going to get another car. I'm sure y'all can go ahead and guess what we're getting, but I'll leave it for a surprise. I'm gonna hook up this trailer and we're gonna head up, go get the car. This is Raven, by the way, my oldest dog and my most beloved dog. And she really, really, really wants to get in the truck. But you can't, Raven. We're all loaded up. I got my best passenger coming with me. So, we'll see when we get back. Well, here it is. Shocker, it's an EF. But, I promise you, I have plans for all of this. There's rhyme to my reason here, right? Okay, so, this thing is completely rusted. Fender's damaged, there's like no rocker, there's like rust. There's rust where I've never seen rust on a Civic, like right there. And there's rust up here. Just wild. But, for people that's been following Sydney's build, if not, you should go back and watch that. we need the sunroof out of this car. We did need the windshield, but the guy ended up cracking it, which kind of sucks. And then I also need a motor for that car. And I have the best motor for these years, which is minus the B16. Don't come at me. For America, this is the best motor you could get for the EFs, in my opinion, other than the man, there's a lot of good motors actually. The double aero cam, that'd be awesome to have. But regardless, this is a good motor. It's multi-point fuel injection, not dual point fuel injection, so that is. Hopefully this is a good motor. It's got the 5-speed transmission. I should be able to use the pedals. We should be good to go, hopefully. So let's get this thing off the trailer, in there, start pulling the engine and all the parts we need, and try to get this thing running. And also get that thing running. And then get Sydney's running. And also that thing's broken, but I haven't told y'all about it, but we have to fix that too. So, we got a lot going on. Let's get it pulled in. Well, after some complications, we got it back in here. Of course, both rear drums seized up on us again for like the third car now. To take all that apart, take the guts out and put it back together so it'd roll freely, but now we don't have an e-brake, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It's besides the point. So we got our, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our 7th EF Civic at Weekender Garage. If you didn't know, now you know, I am a big Honda kid. Especially have big heart for the EF, as you can tell. So, the plan for this car is to use it strictly as a parts car because this thing is rusted. It's probably not savable. It's not savable in my book. There's no rocker panels. There's rust in the roof. I mean, this thing's bad. I haven't seen a Civic like this in a long time. But the motor should hopefully be good. It still has the factory D16 A6 in it, which would be good for the Wagon. There's parts we can use for Sydney's car, like the sunroof, which was the main reason why we found this, was to pull the sunroof off, and then engine and all that stuff I needed. Once I found the hole in this block, we locked out on that. I ended up talking to the guy and to let me take the whole car, which is cool. Hopefully we can make some money back with the little odds and ends that's still in the car. So for now, I'd like to grab that motor out of here, get as much stuff as we can out of this car, and then push it out. I want this bay open as much as I can for projects. We have a drift event coming up at the end of the month at the National Super Speedway. It's also David's birthday, and we are trying to get his car 100% ready to go so he can have a full-on drift day. So David's on his way now to drop off his car. I'm going to start diving on this, getting all this stuff pulled out. Probably just time-lapse or something. This is like the 3rd Civic now that we've been in the engine bay, so I don't want to bore you guys too much. But we need to get this out. I think I might throw a battery on it actually and try to crank it over and compression test it first, but we'll see where I get with it. Regardless, let's dive into it. So David and I got the motor out. I need to get that one off the stand, get that one on there and see what kind of engine we're working with. But next I need to get all of these parts out of this thing, stuff that's valuable, so we can pull it back outside. Got all the stuff on the roof currently, and then I got David's car right there. So I need to get this out as soon as possible and get David's car in. So I'm going to dive into that real quick and then we'll be back.